Richard. Oh, wow.
I see you said something about a super champion. What's it all about?
Yeah, man. So the super champion, what that means is when you get the designation of super champion via the WBO, it means that you can move up to the next weight class and challenge the champion right away. So you don't have to wait or anything like that. You can immediately challenge the champion.
Oh, so that's the process. Okay. So
Yes, sir.
So you're saying that Crawford went through the process already?
Yeah, they've designated him super champion. So now he can go up and challenge Jermell Charlo or Brian Castano right away legally via the WBO. So now the they back is literally against the wall at this point.
I wanted to kind of talk to you guys about Bud Crawford being made the Super WBO champion, because there's a lot of misconceptions about what's going on with this situation. So first point that I want to make and prove to you guys, being the WBO champion and being the WBO super champion, they have the same rights and privileges. It's the exact same rights and privileges in terms of being able to move up, be made the mandatory for the WBO champion at the higher weight class. And so it really means nothing. And furthermore, to prove that to you guys, you got Jaime Munguia. We'll start with Jaime Munguia first. Okay. His last fight at 154 pounds was September 2019 against Patrick Otale, or whatever that dude's name is. He fought in January of 2020. He made his first fight at 160 pounds. When the WBO rankings came out, December of 2019, right before his fight, he was the mandatory and number one ranked fighter in the WBO sanctioning body at middleweight in Demetrius Andrade's mandatory challenge. And he was never a super champion. Terence Crawford, right? Terence Crawford was made super champion just recently. But before that, at 140, he was just a regular WBO champion. He fought in Dongo in August of 2017 to become undisputed. A month before that, Jeff Horn, who fought Manny Pacquiao in July of 2017. Crawford had his fight in August of 2017, right? At 140, became undisputed. By November of 2017, he was the number one challenger in the mandatory in the welterweight rankings for Jeff Horn's belt, right? So they all have the same privileges when you're the WBO champion, whether you're the super champion or you're the regular champion, you can move up and become the mandatory for the champion at a higher weight class. Now, there's another misconception that's going around that Crawford can just move up with his super status. He can challenge the winner of Jermell Charlo and Brian Castano. That too is false. Because
I got a rebuttal for that one too, though. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Let me.
Go ahead. He gonna say something about. He gonna say something about Tim Tszyu.
I know what you finna say.
Let me finish.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you good.
So,
go ahead.
Tim Tszyu was made the mandatory challenger for the 154 pound WBO belt all the way back in August of last year. Once a mandatory has been called, they have to be paid step aside money, or you got to make an agreement. They had to pay Tim Tszyu to step aside for Charlo and Castano 2 to happen. And this is an undisputed fight that we're talking about. So think of it like this. It's like a speed pass when you're going to ride a roller coaster. Yes, Terence Crawford got a speed pass. He can skip the line up at 154 pounds if he move up. However, it's another person with a speed pass. His name is Tim Tszyu. So
And-
yes, he can move up. He can move up, but he would have to fight Tim Zoo.
Hold on, Rick. So let me
My bad.
talk a little bit about what Knockout was saying. So he said that there's no difference between the super designation and the regular, which there is very much a difference.
Not
between,
in this
if you look
situation.
at,
I'm just talking
Yeah,
about
I was
moving up
gonna
and
say
challenging.
it's definitely.
For
sure.
It is a difference.
What's the difference?
So the
All right,
difference is that a WBO champion, they cannot move up and fight the champion right away. Only the super champions have that right to be able to do that. And a good example of that.
How did Crawford fight Jeff Horn?
Because
They made him the WBO Superman. He was the WBO Super Champion at
He
140.
wasn't the super champion.
No. Hold on. Wait. Hold on, y'all. What they did was, it's the same like how Mikey Garcia moved up and fought Earl Spence right away. Okay, all they did was just make the fight. That was the biggest fight for Jeff Horn at the time. Was a Bud Crawford. Manny Pacquiao was out of the picture. Okay, and Jeff Horn was affiliated with Top Rank, so they made the fight. If you go back and you listen to the interview with Bomac was talking about how they already had the Jeff Horn fight already made before he was even before Bud had even became undisputed at 140.
King David, don't that sound to me like that was super champion, right?
That ain't got nothing to do with WBO Super Champion.
That doesn't change the fact that the WBO had Terence Crawford ranked as their #1 contender.
Because he was
147
undisputed at 140. He was undisputed at 140. And when you undisputed, when you move up, especially in the WBO, you can already skip the line and fight for the championship.
Right, but it doesn't make you a mandatory.
Hey, Bo,
that's what I'm saying.
I got a question for Bo.
Another example is when Andrade was moving up to go fight to challenge Canelo right away. He couldn't do that because he's not a super champion at the WBO. That's why he has to fight.
He couldn't do that because Zach Parker had already filed his mandatory paperwork, bro.
Zach Parker's been a mandatory for the last year and a half.
That's why he has to fight Zach. That's why he has to fight Zach Parker in the interim fight. It's the same thing Crawford would have to do. Tim Zoo is even further along than Zach Parker because Zach Parker just filed his paperwork. Tim Zoo filed his paperwork and has been
No. Hold on.
He already had to step aside for them to even fight undisputed. You think that he wouldn't have to step aside for a mandatory challenge from Terence Crawford?
Take y'all attention to the screen and read with me real quick. This is the WBO website, okay, in regards to moving up and down in the weight class. It's a number 3, eligibility to be considered as a WBO champion. It's a number 2, eligibility to be considered a mandatory challenger for higher or lower weight division. If requested by a super champion, the championship committee may designate the super champion as mandatory challenger for the immediate higher or lower weight class. So if Bud requested it, he would take precedence over what's his name? Tim Zoo.
Okay?
It would be the word is immediate.
No, the word that you missing is
immediate.
The word you're missing is may. May or may not. May.
No,
they may do it. That's the word you missing. And bro, you can't. If you are a mandatory challenger, you don't get bumped off of your spot, bro. He can still.
Yeah, you
can
can
still skip the line, bro. He can still skip the line. He can skip the line, but he can't skip all the way to the front.
So you saying the WBO wouldn't mandate a Bud and a Charlo fight over a Tim Zoo fight? A person nobody knows who the fuck that is?
100% facts they wouldn't, because Tim Zoo. Look at it like this, King.
That nigga Al gonna tell the nigga drop that belt.
They already wouldn't mandate. They wouldn't mandate Tim Zoo to step in place of an undisputed fight, bro. They had to pay that man to step aside. So you mean to tell me that the WBO is gonna take Terence Crawford if they weren't willing to mandate an undisputed fight, and Tim Zoo had to be paid step aside money, either that or give him his shot at the title?
Okay, but that's hold on. But you talking about
that's not how this shit works.
All right, but you talking about a dude that he got two completely different standings right now. You talking about Bud Crawford versus this other dude. You know what I'm saying? Like Bud Crawford has the credibility and the notoriety to be able to make something like that happen. Not only that, but it's a bigger fight for the sanctioning body, so they can collect more sanctioning from the fight.
Who has? Let me ask y'all something. This is a rhetorical question that we all know the answer to. Who has more power, bro?
They're hoping Bud got to sit there and wait for Spence. That's what they hope.
Who has more power, bro? The Terence Bud Crawford or the PBC?
The WBO, man, it's sanctioning body, bro.
No, I said
His
Terence
sanctioning.
Crawford.
Listen to the knockout. This is what's gonna happen, bro. This is what's gonna happen.
Hey, but Knockout you said yourself, WBO stand for what Bob orders, right? So like,
why would
PBC
Bob
ain't got nothing to do with no
Terence
WBO belt.
Why would Bob be ordering shit in Terence Crawford's favor when Terence
He'd be
Crawford
more likely to help Terence Crawford than
he'd be more likely to help a person that's suing his ass.
Nah,
I mean, he still done made a whole lot. He's still trying to make that Josh Taylor fight, ain't he?
I mean, that's what he say, but do you believe?
Okay, I believe he's trying to make that fight.
Do you believe him based on knowing that he loves to promote people that look like Josh Taylor based on Josh Taylor's last performance? You really think why would want to put Josh Taylor in the ring with Terence Crawford?
But the thing of it is, though,
gonna make money off of it, why would he?
And the thing of it is, though, Josh Taylor is the Super WBA 140 champion, and that same rule apply.
That's why he talking about Taylor motherfucking Crawford.
But it's different.
Different.
The reason is different, D, because if you look at the WBO, I'm telling y'all, bro, just go look at the rankings. You go and look at what's going on.
I wouldn't look at the rankings.
Check it out, though. The reason is different in Josh Taylor's case. The reason it's different in his case, y'all, is because at 147, the number one person that's supposed to be the mandatory, his name is Virgil Ortiz. He already had to get replaced.
And he got a disease. But
he hurt right now.
But you know who's
second for nothing, bro.
But you know who's second. Boost Ennis is number 2 in the WBO.
Means nothing. What you said means nothing.
How so?
The WBO gonna say Bud Crawford. You got the winner. They not gonna say no damn Tim Zoo.
They can't do that. They can't do that. They've already named.
But I ain't gonna lie to you, Knockout.
You can't just do that shit, bro. What you talking
about?
But that's what it say in their rules. Knockout. They could justify it because it's in their rules.
They
justify.
They cannot do that, bro.
Hold on, real quick.
If they could do that, they would have did it at 168 pounds, bro. They cannot do that.
They would have did it in the mandatory,
bro.
Once they ordered the mandatory. Once
King David
a tournament or a mandatory, you gotta abide by that shit, or you have to do some shit to make some shit move around. That's why they have to make shit move around the WBA for your Digna 2 guys, and that's why they would have to make shit move around for Terence Crawford, bro. But that's the PBC doing that shit.
But the thing of it is, though, Knockout, just like they did with the Sean Porter fight, if they mandate the fight, the nigga gotta he gotta fight, bro. If they mandated just like the Sean Porter
fight. They're not gonna mandate when they already mandated that Tim Zoo is the mandatory challenger and he get a shot at their belt next. They've already mandated that, bro. This has already been done.
Why do you think they grant super champion status? There's a difference, bro. You take precedence over the regular mandatory.
Yeah.
And then they can justify it's justified in their rules, and it also make more sense because it's a bigger fight and they can generate more sanctioning fees.
Yeah.
So why would you not make the champion? Why would you not make the fight?
They cannot do that, y'all. I'm telling y'all, bro. Like, just go look at what's going on. Like, they cannot just tell Tim Zoo, hey, we got this person moving up. You ain't the mandatory no more. He already the mandatory, bro. You can't move him.
They can. They did it.
Terence Crawford could still skip the line, bro. He could just skip to where he fight Tim Zoo to see who becomes the mandatory. That's the line he gets to skip to. He don't get to skip all the way to the top.
I promise you this.
To keep it.
If Terence Crawford goes to 154, I guarantee you they will put his ass right in front of Tim Zoo.
Ocean, you say you the big fish, I'm looking for you. Where your ass at? Oh, whole ass. Well, you got a lot of room to hide in this motherfucker. I don't know if I can find you in the ocean. See, this the ocean big in the motherfucker, man. We ain't gonna be able to find your punk ass out here. Got a lot of places to hide.